look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, is give you a plethora of different baby mothers. A whole lot of different women who are in different circumstances and situations. Okay? I want to show you the delusional thinking that today's modern day woman has when it comes to raising their children and what their unreasonable expectations are of men. But before I get into this weird way of thinking with these different women, I'm first going to show you the consequence of one woman who is suffering, who is literally in tears, crying on social media because she is a single mother. All because she made a bad decision, had a bad judgment call, slept with the wrong man. Now she is raising these children by herself and it is driving her crazy. She is stressed out. She is broken. But it is her fault. Okay? Ain't nobody else's fault but their own. So let me go ahead and get into this educational video that was designed for educational purposes. All right? Let's go to work. Let's get it.
To the mothers that have the luxury of having the child's father around. To the mothers that have the luxury of being able to get a day or two to yourself. To the mothers that have more than just 3 or 4 people as a village. Please appreciate that. Because the mothers that don't, I'm tired. I'm tired. I didn't want to be a single mom. I don't deserve to be a single mom. My babies deserve to have their dads.
Now you see this? This is the consequence of hot girl summer. This is the consequence of I don't need a man. This is the consequence of I can do whatever I want. I can do what I want to do. This is the consequence of having a hard head and not listening to the wise elders of your community. This is the consequences of ignoring the red flags, okay? Now you have to raise these children. And life is hard when you raise children without their biological father. This is why you marry before you carry. Now, when you have a child, you bring that child into a world of uncertainty, not just for the child, but for you. You become more of a dependent than the children are because you are dependent upon the aid of friends and family. And friends and family have a life of their own, do they not? So when you come along here with your woe is me story, begging and crying for help, it's all on you. Remember? You're an independent boss chick. You independent boss diva. And I guarantee that's how she was thinking before she started pushing out children that are illegitimate children. Look at you, crying, wishing you had a day off, wishing you had an hour to yourself, but you can't do it now. Because even when she was making that TikTok video, you could hear children crying in the background. And if they're crying like that, those children probably underneath the age of, 2? Crying like that, in need of a bottle, and nobody's in that house with her. They go check on them babies to calm them down. She by herself. Toting the load by herself. But that's her load because she chose to make her decision to open her legs and let a man ejaculate and impregnate her womb. So you get no sympathy here. You don't get no empathy here. All you get here is, I told you so. We've been telling you so for 20, 30 years about your behavior, about how you act. We've been telling you for years about laying down with men of low-level character, low lives, trifling men. We told you to get your mind right and look for good, decent men of character, but you don't want to do that. You think men of good character who take their time in becoming a productive citizen of this country, you think those guys are lames or boring. So go ahead, get in line at the unemployment office. Go down there to that little building where you can get some government assistance to try to raise your child. This is all your fault. And you're going to be, guess what? I ain't going to sugarcoat it for you either. You are going to spend the next at least 18 years dealing with this by yourself, unless that man who brought those children into your life come back and want to raise them, or if you get a man who is foolish enough to be a stepfather. You know, someone that you can step on when things are hard to get to where you're trying to get to in life. If not, you're going to be another baby mama. Not a mother, a baby mama. And in our culture, being a baby mama is not a positive thing. Listen to this woman right here. This is going to blow your mind right here, y'all. I want you to understand, man, it doesn't pay to be a stepfather for these type of women. And this woman I'm going to play right now in this second clip is going to tell you why. Let's get it. Listen to her story.
Hello, everyone. So I have a situation that I need some advice, some different perspectives on, and also wondering if I'm the asshole in this situation for even coming up with this question to my fiance. So I am engaged. I've been with my fiance for 5 years now, engaged for a year. I have a 9-year-old daughter who I share custody with her father. We have a week on, week off custody share. Well, my fiance and I, we do not live together. We are not going to live with each other until we're married. I have a 3-bedroom home, and 2 of them are occupied. 1 is empty. My daughter's father recently found himself basically homeless. Right now, he's living in a hotel. His apartment was closed down by the city due to some safety issues, black mold, and a lot of other things. Well, he asked me, can he move in with me for 2 months until he gets him another apartment? I see nothing wrong with that.
Now, you catch this, man? This is why I keep telling you, don't move in with a woman, because she's going to think she can do whatever she wants, and she doesn't care about how you feel about the decisions that she makes underneath her roof. Okay? This is a baby mama who is still attached emotionally to that man. Because she cares about the situation. Now, she going to tell you the reason why she want to move him in because of the black mold and he's in a bad circumstance and situation. That's on him. That has nothing to do with her, even though she has a child by this man, especially if you have a fiance. You have a fiance. That connection from you and that baby daddy should be cut off unless it's just for the children. The children is still good, because the children are living with you underneath your roof. It's just the baby daddy who's struggling. And if he's a man, he's going to struggle and come out of it if he's a man. So you want to move your baby daddy in to the same house your fiance is trying to move into? You think he's going to feel comfortable with that? And I'm going to tell you, that man is still banging this woman, because there ain't no way in hell that a sensible woman would even say that, man. So she want her cake and eat it too. You women are delusional, selfish, self-absorbed, and self-centered. Selfish and never selfless. These women, gentlemen, do not care about your emotional state of being, especially if she got one up on you, because her fiance is moving in with her, so therefore she has one up on him. And I guarantee you his name is not on that mortgage. Okay? So that means she can kick him out at any time. When the baby daddy come in, and if they want to make it work out, he got to go. The fiance. She is still connected to that man. And like I always tell you, being a stepfather is one of the worst things you can do, because if you're dealing with a baby mama, you're not in a relationship between you and her. You are in a poly relationship, a relationship that is like polygamy. What I mean? Because there's more than one man in that relationship. She's with you and she's still with him some kind of way. And you cannot say that is not looking like a polygamous thing right there, like a triad, because she's going to try to move the baby daddy into the house with the fiance. They're not even married yet. So now, like I always said, you being the stepfather, it's gonna be her first, her first, the child next, baby daddy next, then you. Somewhere, wherever that list is, you gonna be at the very bottom of that list. At the very bottom. No one cares about you in those situations, man. And you propose to this woman, she don't look like all that either. So let's keep going.
With me for 2 months until he gets him another apartment. I see nothing wrong with that. I don't want him homeless, and I don't want my daughter losing her father, who is her caretaker, and she's obsessed with him. I don't see anything wrong with that. She wants to be with her father, and I don't want to wait 2 or 3 months for her to have to be with him just because my fiance thinks it's crazy that I'm okay with him moving in with me. I don't mind at all. We have nothing for each other. We've been broken up since I was 5 months pregnant with our daughter. Well, my fiance is ready to end this all if I decide to make that move. And I'm like, what if it was someone you cared about? What if it was your daughter's mother? I would not have a problem with that.
That is a whole lie. Women don't like other women. Ain't no way in heck that woman would be cool with that. That's deflection and lies, bro. That's lies. And you see how she telling the story, how she kind of snapping her neck as she tell you, the viewers on TikTok, you can see the attitude in her. So if that man has, and I'm guaranteeing that he has, said he's in disagreement with that, she done pushed back and said, I'm gonna do it anyway, without saying it. I don't see what the problem is. I don't got nothing to do with that. I don't want to, and this is her excuse, I don't want to see nothing happen to my child's father. Man, look here, man. Really? You want that man still in your life. That's what you want. That's what you want. I don't know if you're trying to make your baby daddy feel some type of way because the fiance gonna be in that house, or you trying to, I don't know what you're doing, but one thing may happen for sure. I think if you move them two in together, there's gonna be some fighting and some arguing between that woman and that fiance, or there's gonna be some fighting and arguing, some furniture moving between that fiance and that baby daddy. This woman is toxic, and she is creating a toxic, hostile environment, not just for her fiance and the baby daddy, but also for that child. You bringing that child up in confusion. That child gonna think, what, she got two dads, or he got two dads who don't like each other? It's apparent that the fiance don't like the baby daddy already. And that's not because he is insecure or jealous. That is just normal. How many of you women would feel comfortable if your boyfriend moved in an ex? It don't have to be a baby mama, just someone that he was really attached to at one time, and now they became quote unquote friends, and she has failed on hard times. Now she need to stay in the same house with you and your man for at least 2-3 months until she get on her feet. You going to work every day. Maybe if you're working, you're going to work every day. She may be looking for work, but he may be there sometimes when you're not there. And when he's there, he's going to probably be there with his ex, because your schedules may differ. Your workload, your work schedule may be different. Or are you going to feel comfortable? Or should you say, oh, I'm going to be cool with that? You wouldn't be. So stop the cap, man. You see how women like to manipulate? How women like to get everything their way, man? Do you see what I'm talking about, man? This is dumb. When you see a woman like this, run. Only a weak beta male would deal with that. Only a man who overvalues the woman will put up with that. Only a man who does not understand his true worth and his own value will put up with that. That woman is out of pocket and out of line for even mentioning that to her fiance. And I guarantee that man is weak, because I'm sure he has already had suspicions between her and the baby daddy. You cannot tell me that. Ooh. Man, ooh. There's some fools out here, bro. Let me keep going.
I would not have a problem with that. If you're secure with us and you know that we are solid, then what is the issue? Am I wrong here? Am I the asshole for even asking or considering this situation? Chime in.
Let me give you some game here. If you have to ask if you're the butthole, most likely you are the butthole. Because you know why you think like that? Because your conscience is talking to you. Your conscience is telling you, you know that crap is wrong what you're saying. You know that's not normal. You know your man is not going to feel good with that situation. Your conscience is speaking to you. God is speaking to you. Common sense is speaking to you. Just a little bit of wisdom is speaking to you. Other people's opinions about that situation is speaking to you. That's why you all over here talking about, am I the boho for even bringing it up and even considering it? So she had brought this up to the man. He has already expressed that he doesn't want this to happen. And even though he has said no, he has put his stamp of disapproval on this situation. She just told you that she is still considering it, which means that man has no power in that relationship. You know why? Because he has no leverage. Who has the leverage? The one who has the house. The one who is allowing the other person to move in, that has the power. That person has the power because she was paying her bill before he came along. So this 50-50 and whatever you want to call this don't mean nothing when a man don't have leverage in a relationship. This woman has all the power. She can, like in the politics, she can veto what her fiance says. She can veto what the husband says. She can do whatever she wants. Say, I don't care what you say or what you think. This is my house. Get out if you don't like it. At any given time. Because his name ain't on nothing. It might be on a bill or two because he paying bills. But when he leaves, she's still gonna pay her bills. She can kick you out. Never move in with a woman. It ain't really, men ain't supposed to move in with women anyway because we're the providers and stuff, right? Women's supposed to move in with us. I mean, literally, if you want to go by scripture, you're supposed to provide for your family. They don't say nowhere in there where the woman's supposed to provide for the man. He is supposed to be providing a place for her to be at. I wouldn't have got with her anyway if she had multiple children from a man or many men, and then she got that close of a connection to the baby daddy that she's worried about him. Man, she still got feelings for him. You don't worry about somebody you don't care about. And it ain't got nothing to do. I hope my I want my child to have a father that's safe. They ain't got shit to do with that, bro. Boy. Let me play one last clip. We're getting out of here. The plethora of many women just being stupid, in my most humble opinion.
The reason why there are some men out there who downplay single mothers and talk negative about single mothers is because they can't come up to a single mother's level.
Anybody who looks at a woman, single mother with kids, as somebody who's not worth being with or high value is somebody who sees a child as competition. Let's really just be honest. Let's really talk about it. Let's open it up and really talk about it.
Who sees a child as competition? Do you see the delusion that we see in you so-called modern day independent women? You don't even make sense, bro. Got a nice mouth on it. Look at her mouth, though. It look nice. Other than the mouth, that don't make sense what she's saying, though.
Open it up and really talk about it. The only difference between a woman with kids and a woman without kids is the kids.
Single mothers are some of the hardest.
What the hell? But you don't need a PhD to understand the difference between a baby mama and a woman who don't have children is the children. That is the dumbest thing.
Single mothers are some of the hardest and strongest working people in the room. My choice to be a single mom. My choice to get out of that relationship because I have high standards. I want more. I know I am worthy and deserving of more. Go back to Facebook.
I want a man who knows that what you bring to that table and knows that you're valuable and your kids will bring value to his life.
I'm gone.
I'm gone too, man. She said, I choose to be a baby mama. I choose this. I choose destruction. I choose complications. I choose stress. I choose to also take his alimony and take child support. Why didn't you put that in there? That's what you're choosing too. You ain't fooling me, baby. Woo! And now you're a single mom. You let him hit it raw. You let him hit it raw. Now you're a single mom. The country version. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later, man. Y'all have a good day, man. You know how it go around here, man.